Not only does it own the world's most advanced machines to serve the construction industry, but China is also famous for its modern transportation system that surprises the whole world. One of the impressive works of this country of billions of people we cannot help mentioning is the Sidu Bridge. The bridge was honored as the highest in the world from 2009 to 2016. It took 5 years to complete a bridge with an investment of $100 million. From design to opening, surprising the whole world. No one can believe that China actually built such an incredible bridge in a deep canyon, and the construction was in extremely dangerous terrain. Can you believe that, in addition to the ability to fly into the sky, rockets can also be used as a means to serve the construction industry in China? Here we want to talk about building incredible bridges and make the world admire, including the Sidu Bridge, also known as the Eternal Bridge. To build this bridge, an unprecedented construction technology using rockets was created. What is the reason why this bridge attracts global attention? In today's video, we will learn more about this bridge and its construction techniques. Opened on November 15, 2009, it is China's third bridge in less than 10 years to receive the title of the world's highest bridge. It is also considered a symbol of the development of highway infrastructure in this country. Sidu is located at an altitude of 496 meters above the water surface, making many people dare to not look down. Many experts say that Sidu is one of the symbols that proves the outstanding development of the road and bridge infrastructure system of the country of billions of people. At that time, this bridge was so high that its closest competitor in Mexico was 100 meters shorter. This bridge is also 205 meters higher than the Royal Gorge Bridge in Colorado. The bridge is equivalent to the 198-story Oriental Pearl Tower in Shanghai. However, its construction is no less difficult than any other bridges in the world. Located about 80 kilometers south of the famous Three Canyons of the Yangtze River in Hubei Province, China. This is one of many advanced works in the final 483-kilometer project of the 2,175 kilometers West Horong Expressway, connecting Shanghai, Chongqing, and Chengdu. This place was blocked by the Sidu River in the deep mountains and canyons. It is isolated from the world and has inconvenient transportation, which has seriously affected the local economy. The cliffs are so steep on both sides of the bridge that it would be difficult for even agile climbers to climb the bridge in such an environment, let alone excavators. Can you imagine how difficult it would be to build a bridge here? The bridge foundation and the way to build the bridge are difficult problems in addition to the basic construction of the bridge. The biggest construction problem is the placement of pilot cables when building the bridge. You must know that the cliffs on both sides of the bridge are more than 1,000 meters separated, and there are bottomless canyons in the middle in the harsh environment. It is difficult to throw the pilot cable to the other side. When building a bridge, if the pilot cable problem is not resolved, building the bridge will become an impossible task. But the Chinese construction team cannot give up easily. We all know there are two main ways to throw guide ropes. One is to rely on human strength, and the other is to use an airplane to complete it. At that time, builders considered both options. Let's talk about manual work first. Because the distance is too far and the pilot cable is too heavy, manual transportation requires at least a team of 5 to 10 people to carry out the construction. However, based on the terrain of the area, which is mainly steep cliffs, if not careful, it will cause injuries to construction workers, which is completely undesirable. Furthermore, China always adheres to the principles of putting people first, and construction workers cannot accept this risk. The second option is to use an airplane, a helicopter, or a hot air balloon to pull it, but the wind speed in the valley changes too quickly. The climatic conditions are extremely complex, and the construction site is located in the mountains, so it is impossible to find a place to land the helicopter. If the construction team ventures to use helicopters to transport goods, it is likely to cause plane crashes and deaths. Thus, both methods were ineffective, which meant that the bridge construction had failed. However, Chinese experts did not give up even when everyone said this was an impossible task. Chinese builders did not give up. They worked hard day and night and finally overcame many difficulties and found a way to build the bridge by applying rocket launch technology to put pilot cables to the other end of the cliff. This technology has made China the first country in the world to use rocket launch technology. Too surprising, right? After hearing this, do you think China's infrastructure construction is so great? Surely you also had many doubts, right? As we know, rockets are a means of helping people reach distant destinations in space, such as the Moon and Mars. They are high-tech machines, specially built to transport individuals and equipment to space, to perform space missions so that it can be used to build a bridge. Actually, the idea of this amazing rocket-built bridge was accidental. All this is thanks to smart Chinese builders. At the time of building the bridge, the construction unit faced a difficult challenge in placing the two ends of the cable, because the average slope on both sides of the canyon is over 70 degrees, and in some places it can even be up to 90 degrees. Because there are no surrounding roads, the construction unit cannot deploy cable tow trucks, much less use human power due to the steepness and danger of the mountainside. The climatic conditions in this valley are also very complex, so if a helicopter is used to pull the cable, there is a high risk of an accident. During the deadlock, an employee in the construction unit proposed the bold idea of using military boosters. This method, as soon as it was proposed, was opposed by many people because they thought it was too crazy. Finally, the unit decided to try because at the time, there was no other feasible way. The engineers consulted various information and contacted several missile experts in the Army and finally received a theoretical feasible answer. Such an answer certainly gives the construction team another hope that as long as it is theoretically feasible, they can make it a reality. The next step is how to accurately deliver the rocket from one side to the designated position on the other side. With the support of the military, the cable was tied to the small rocket, and after 2 test firings, the rocket successfully moved the wire to the opposite side. The entire cable transfer process took just over 10 seconds, which shocked the world at that time. From then on, this method was officially named the Rocket Bridge Method. This method is a great idea that solves a problem that causes headaches for all technicians. With the help of rockets, the cables were successfully thrown to the other side. The subsequent construction of the bridge was certainly a piece of cake for China. Then the bridge grew like bamboo shoots after the rain, and its completion was only a matter of time and without any technical difficulties. Thanks to the collective efforts of all employees, after 5 years, the bridge was finally completed and open to traffic. It became another miracle in the history of bridges in China and the world. China's rocket bridge construction method for long-span suspension bridges has opened a new page for the world's construction technology. Limitations in building suspension bridges in mountainous areas with high peaks, deep valleys, and complex terrain have been overcome, opening up a modern construction era that is not only safe and reliable, but also has huge cost savings and has been unanimously recognized by countries around the world. China once again affirmed its position in bridge building in the world. Of course, the use of rockets is not the only surprise that the Sidu River Bridge has brought to the world. This project also set a number of domestic and foreign records. For example, the tunnel anchor used on the east side of the bridge at that time was the world's largest tunnel anchor under construction. Another example is that the cable crane used to rigidly lift beams was the cable crane with the largest tonnage and the largest span in China at that time. In order to measure the wind characteristics of the deep gorge at any time in complex terrain, such as mountains, China for the first time established a wind speed networked with an observation tower on the bridge. Overall, the construction of the Sidu River Bridge has improved traffic conditions in Hubei, enhanced connectivity between regions, and created economic development opportunities for China. This is not only an opportunity that signals greater infrastructure capacity, but also an improvement in technological innovation capacity. Construction workers contributed their intelligence to completing the project, leading to these breakthroughs and advancements. Paying attention to humanity and people's livelihoods is the key for China's infrastructure projects to go deep into the mountains and benefit the people. Improving infrastructure capacity has increased the happiness of Chinese people. And buildings that benefit people, in turn, it also accumulates experience for construction workers. It can be seen that only when interests are not considered the sole direction can surprises be encountered. This is also an important reason why China's infrastructure has been able to reach its current peak. This is the end of the video's duration. If you are interested in today's content, don't forget to like and share your thoughts in the comments section. Please subscribe to our channel to update more great content. And for now, goodbye, and see you in the next videos.